Hi, are you moving to Utah and trying to decide whether to live in Salt Lake or Utah County? In this video, I will be discussing the benefits of living in Utah County, and we'll also be looking at places to live and types of housing. By the way, if you've already watched my North Utah County video, this first chapter is a repeat as it covers facts about the entire Utah Valley. You can skip to chapter 2 to get info on the southern part of Utah County, all the house prices and city information, etc. Utah Lake. First, let's take a quick look at the Utah County geography. The main feature of Utah County, of course, is Utah Lake. Unlike the Great Salt Lake, however, Utah Lake is a freshwater lake because it has an outlet. Like the Great Salt Lake, Utah is pretty shallow. It really only averages about 14 feet deep. As Utah Lake is at a higher elevation than the Great Salt Lake, the water flows north along the Jordan River up to the Great Salt Lake. Salt Lake has no outlet, which is why it's salty. The main attractions of Utah Lake is fishing, water skiing, and boating, and most of the picnicking and camping is along its eastern shores. But you'll find better water skiing at the Deer Creek Reservoir because it's deeper, and that's up Provo Canyon about 10 miles. At Utah Lake during the winter, you'll also find ice fishing, ice hockey, and ice skating, mostly again on the eastern shore. Utah Lake has marinas at Saratoga Springs, American Fork, Linden, and Lincoln Beach. Cities. On the east side of Utah County are the cities running north to south: Lehi, American Fork, Alpine, Highland, Cedar Hills, Pleasant Grove, and Linden. In the middle are Orem, Provo, Springville, and Spanish Fork, and then to the south are Salem, Payson, and Santaquin. On the northwest of Utah Lake are Saratoga Springs, Eagle Mountain, and then Cedar Fort. Things to do. On the west side of Utah County, there are tons of biking, motorcycle, and ATV trails. The west side extends out to the high desert, so you can engage in all kinds of fun activities like looking for Indian artifacts, going recreational shooting, going rock collecting, four-wheeling, horseback riding, etc. By the way, this is Pony Express territory, and the original Pony Express Trail runs right through Eagle Mountain and Cedar Fort. The east side of Utah County is jam-packed with outdoor activities. We have skiing at Sundance, which is Robert Redford's place. Mount Timpanogos is famous for its hiking trails and caves. And there's also hiking trails and rock climbing in many of the canyons. There are tons of biking trails, there are lots of waterfalls. And as I mentioned earlier, Deer Creek Reservoir with its water skiing, fishing, and camping is a real fun place to go. It's only about 10 miles from Provo. The Alpine Loop Scenic Backway Drive is a fun place to go on a Sunday afternoon. The Jordan River Parkway Trail is a fun place to ride your bicycle. You can actually go all the way up to Salt Lake on the Jordan River Parkway Trail. Mount Nebo near Payson is a great and incredible views and very beautiful area. Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove is similar to American Fork in many ways. It has a traditional downtown with lots of community activities, and the population of Pleasant Grove is about 37,000. The homes in Pleasant Grove and American Fork are more affordable generally, and both cities are a place to look if you want larger yards and don't mind doing a bit of updating to the older homes. There are many new townhomes and condos being built in Pleasant Grove, and they're averaging about $300,000 to $600,000. For single-family homes, the average prices are about $400,000 to $850,000, depending upon lot size and style. Orem. Below Pleasant Grove is the larger city of Orem. Orem is the home of many companies and also the home of Utah Valley University, which has a large technology focus. The population of Orem is about 98,000, and it is the fifth largest city in Utah. Orem is about 45 miles south of Salt Lake City and about 10 miles south of the Silicon Slopes. The housing in Orem is very diverse, with many starter homes and toward the mountains the more expensive homes. You can still find decent starter homes in Orem, however, similar to Pleasant Grove, American Fork, Lehi, and North Eagle Mountain. The home prices average between about $300,000 to $800,000, and for condos and townhomes, the average prices are about $200,000 to $500,000. Provo. To the southeast of Orem is the city of Provo. Now, Provo is the home of Brigham Young University and has a rich history. The downtown is a very nice place to spend the day with lots of shops, lots of cultural activities, museums, etc. The population of Provo is about 115,000 and is the fourth largest city in Utah. And by the way, Sundance Ski Resort is up Provo Canyon about 10 miles. Provo is both a university town and a historical town in its own right. Because Provo is a university town, there are many investment opportunities to provide student housing. And most of the homes near the BYU campus have basement apartments, similar to the homes around the University of Utah in East Salt Lake City. Being close to BYU, there are also many technology companies that have sprouted out from technology departments at BYU, and they're located in the southern part of Provo and in the city of Springville. As I mentioned earlier, there are many condos and townhomes in the Provo area. The prices average between about $150,000 to $700,000. There are also many duplexes and triplexes available, and they're usually rented out to students, of course. As far as a single-family home, the prices average between about $300,000 to $1.5 million. The homes on the bench, which is right below the mountains, being the more pricey. There are also some more expensive homes in what are called the river bottoms of Provo. The river bottoms of Provo are located in a very beautiful wooded area. Springville. Springville, Utah is known as the art city. And my wife is an artist, so I've been there many times, been in the museums and seen all the art shows. Lots of art shows there. The population is about 35,000, and there are a large number of new housing units, kind of spilling off south from Provo. Located near a major canyon, Springville is a great place for hiking and biking and fishing and so forth. The city of Mapleton is right next to Springville, and they're very similar. Many of the homes have larger lots, and they're much newer in general than those found in Provo. The prices for homes in the Springville-Mapleton area range from about $400,000 to $1.5 million as you move up into the hills. Condos and townhomes are averaging about $300,000 to about $450,000. Spanish Fork. Spanish Fork has a population of about 42,000, and it's an extension of the Provo-Springville Spanish Fork area. Many people commute up to the BYU campus and the high-tech companies in the South Provo area from Spanish Fork. Spanish Fork has a traditional downtown with lots of local activities. Spanish Fork was first discovered by two Franciscan friars who were looking for a new trail between the missions in New Mexico and California. This was in 1776. The area is similar to Springville, and home prices average between about $350,000 and $1 million. There are lots of condos and townhomes in this area, and they average between $300,000 and $500,000. Salem and Woodland Hills. So there are many new home developments sprouting up in Salem. I just was driving there the other weekend, and I couldn't believe the number of new builders such as Ivory, Richmond, American, just large subdivisions in that area, just tons of construction. Homes are averaging from about $500,000 to $800,000 for the newer homes built since 2018, and about $400,000 for the homes built in the 1960s and 50s and so forth in that area. Condos and townhomes are averaging about $300,000 to $500,000. Salem doesn't have much of a downtown. It's more of a suburban community, and the population is about 9,500. Woodland Hills to the southeast is from Salem is a very expensive area. The homes are generally bigger. They're a very wooded, beautiful area, and they average about $900,000, go up to about $5 million depending upon where you are. And there are no condos or townhomes in that area to speak of. Payson. Now we come to one of my favorite towns in Utah. Payson has a very traditional downtown and many civic activities. It is a very old Americana feel to it. It's very close to the mountains, and there are many hiking and biking trails along with ATV trails. Mount Nebo is very close to Payson, and it offers tons of scenic views, hiking and biking. By the way, be sure to take the Nebo Loop Road Drive. It's wonderful. Home prices in Payson average about $350,000 to $800,000 in the newer subdivisions, and then a bit less in the older subdivisions. Condo prices are averaging about $300,000 to $400,000. A bit further south of Payson is the bedroom community of Santaquin. There are many new home developments being built there, and they're averaging about $300,000 to $800,000. Condos and townhomes are averaging $350,000 to $450,000, and most have been built since 2020, so it's a pretty new area. The Payson-Santaquin area is about as far south as folks will commute if they work in the Provo or Lehigh areas. But the home prices reflect that, and you can get some really good deals if you're willing to make the drive. So here are some links below to my videos on North Utah County, which is the first part of this video, and then also the west and east sides of Salt Lake County. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe. Have a great day.